Well,
Anyway,
hold on.
Transformers.
Well, speaking of niggas who niggas need to stop listening.
wait,
No, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I had a perfect segue into that. I just want to say if John F. Kennedy, if you were born and he were to take away your penis, and you were hey, wait,
No, let him cook.
yeah, and later you're like,
Mm.
why do these people have penises? Where's my penis? I want a penis, right? And it's like John F. Kennedy. It's been taking them the whole time.
I think it's different.
That's had a whole point. It just- oh shit!
Oh, my keys are in my pocket.
Rich nigga,
Bro.
You're like, speaking of the mafia.
When you first of all, when you said taking the penises away and you brought up Transformers, I was like, hold on.
Well, hold on. You said the. All right.
That's why. Again,
but my question, the whole point of that, my question is, would you spend the rest of your life trying to kill John F. Kennedy?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. First of all, I wanted to be known. I want to point out because if we're talking, first of all, Megatron was not wrong. Secondly, Megatron is half the reason that they even got Cogs to even be able to go fight to even fix what the fuck was wrong. Because Alpha Prime was listening to what Megatron was saying the whole time after they found out the truth. And it wasn't until Megatron went on his rant about how he wanted to kill Dog that Alpha Prime was like, well, I could just give you all these calls and, y'all could just go ahead and do it. Because what was Optimus doing? Talking like a little bitch, talking about, well, we can't do nothing.
Well,
what we gonna do? We can't
Thor 5.
transform.
He was planning Thor 5.
What we gonna do, D? We can't transform. D was like, I want him to burn. I want to hunt him to the ends of the earth, and then I want to murder him in front of the Capitol.
Look, bro.
And Alpha Trion was like, I can get behind that. Here, y'all can transform now.
Alphatron was going to give them Cogs regardless because he said, y'all should have Cogs.
Okay.
Your Cogs were taken
Before
from
we
you.
get into the main plot of that,
Yeah.
how did we like Transformers 1?
And we're going down the row. And
Yeah, let's start with Matt.
Go, Matt.
Loved it. 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. Lear?
About a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Mike?
I liked it. 8 out of 10.
Toonz?
I give it a 9. Give it a 9, 10. I feel like it answered a lot of questions for me, and it answered a lot of questions, and it kind of refleshed out a lot of the concepts that we saw in a lot of the reboots that for a lot of people that come into watching Transformers, because if you think about it, Transformers starts after that war. So you don't get to see Optimus become a Prime. You don't. I didn't even know, I didn't even know what the origin of the Decepticons was.
Bro, I didn't know.
I didn't know that I didn't know the original Decepticon was a fucking Prime.
I was waiting for Shia LaBeouf the whole movie.
Real quick then, because I don't know. Was that a accurate?
Is that? I was gonna ask that.
origin?
Yeah.
Or was that their own
Look,
version?
I'm only reading the comic books right now from Transformers, and I watched the cartoon as a child. But again, the cartoon starts off with them on Earth.
That's what I'm saying. Like every
and
single
the comic
thing I've watched
book I'm
is
reading right
Transformers.
now starts off with them on Earth.
But
you
they
know?
always
And it gives
allude
you-
to.
I mean, they talk about the
Where they got it
past,
from,
but
yeah.
all the time.
it's one of them things where it's like it's one of them things where like the beginning is sort of the end thing. So like it doesn't really matter what happened because that's not really the story that's being told. That's just how they came to be.
Right.
But I like the fact that they touch on it because that's such a big part of it because you kind of see one why Optimus was so like not on killing Megatron, because Optimus in a lot of the cartoons was the only one that never wanted to kill Megatron. Everybody else wanted to kill Megatron, and nobody really knew. And it wasn't until later on it was kind of revealed, oh, they used to be best friends. You know what I'm saying? And then later on you find out, like in a lot of the originals, Megatron was always he led a rebellion, so there was always a rebellion on the Earth, and Megatron led it, and then he met Optimus, and then later on Optimus became a Prime because Megatron, like what you see in the movies, he became an extremist, but that was because of what was going on around him. So, and Optimus had this whole like wanting to be hopeful thing, so they kind of split apart. So that's when the Decepticons and the Autobots happened.
Yeah, I didn't know the lore.
It's good. I'm about to say, I mean, I could ask some old heads on my Twitter what the lore is, because I got some older dudes on there who love like the origin for Transformers, Ninja Turtles, you name it. Like they're on there 24/7. I give the movie 8 out of 10 for sure. 8 out of 10. But me personally, I never doubted this movie from the moment it was announced.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's animated. They've been killing animated movies. You're not gonna drop that.
I think they picked the right voice actors too.
I think that's very key. I think
choosing
Paperboy.
choosing choosing Paperboy for Megatron was good. He's a great actor, bro.
No, he don't. He's
phenomenal.
really
And choosing
You talking about Keegan Michael Key?
yes, Keys
that
a Key
nigga-
for
Michael
B.
Key is
That was by far the best decision they could have made, bro.
Hands
I was
down.
a little
Who else
skeptical
could have
about it.
played be pretty great as well. Aaron,
Shia LaBeouf.
No.
Paul Rudd.
Oh.
As I was watching, I was
Either
getting a lot
one,
of Paul Rudd
but
vibes.
bro, Keegan Michael
Talking.
Key. There's
No, he
something,
was perfect.
bro.
He was
There's
perfect.
something about him because he played Toad in Mario.
I think it's his personality.
and it's but not only his personality because you know what, it might be because I was thinking about Wanderlust. He has a very small role in Wanderlust where he's the like assistant to the CEO of HBO. And they're like Jennifer Aniston's character's pitching a fucking movie about penguins with testicular cancer. And he's like, bro, the character he plays, he's like, yeah, no, we love penguins over here at HBO. This is great. And the CEO's like, fucking trash. He goes, but fuck the penguins, you know? Like, do we really need them? Like, so he's like, bro, he's like both spectrums at the same time.
Yeah, he's so dumb.
And I think like also from Detroit,
Southfield.
Yeah.
Southfield.
let's calm down.
Okay.
You from Grosse Pointe,
You
nigga?
from Southfield?
Let's calm down. You think anybody out there knows where
Grosse
Southfield is?
Pointe.
You know where anybody out there
Look,
knows where Southfield is?
So okay,
No, but
Real-
just
I
say
know a
Detroit.
couple of them.
Brian,
Detroit call it a day.
Brian Tyree Hill, right?
Paperboy.
Henry.
I thought it was Henry. but
Brian
I was-
Tyree Henry.
He is a good actor, and you
Mhm.
know he's a good actor because once you see how he actually is, and then like our first fucking indication of him was, or exposure to him was Atlanta,
Yeah.
and that nigga is not that nigga at all.
No,
I
not
was
at all.
like- But which is crazy because it's like he sold that role, like he seemed like just a hood nigga,
Also,
and he is not that way, bro.
what I would say, another reason why I like Transformers was that if you notice when they transform, Megatron's and Optimus voice changes.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
I did not know
That's
that.
what's gonna,
They are-
Chris,
they
Chris
get deeper.
Hemsworth. That's what specifically caught me was, for the voices at least, was Chris Hemsworth when he was first talking. It was my first time hearing him do an American or at least like a non-thick accent voice, and that was noticeable. But I was still like, that's still Chris Hemsworth. Like, he doesn't seem noble. Like, he doesn't seem like a guy that I'd want to rally behind. Then when he transformed near the end, I was like, he's getting that. He's got
Yeah.
that boom.
Like
He's
if you
got that
if you
Autobots.
pay attention, once they got their cogs and one Optimus, like before he became Prime, when they were in the ship and he was giving the orders to tell her what to do, you could sign that you heard the more of the tone in his voice. I'm like, okay, now he's starting to sound a little bit more Optimus. Like that was like
Yeah,
it
I
was
noticed-
kind
I
of
did notice
I
that.
like the contrast. Like you saw both of them becoming. That's what I really liked about it throughout that movie. Like once they got their cogs and they started getting closer and closer to the end game, you started seeing them become Megatron, and you started seeing them become Optimus. Also, another thing is like I like how why Megatron always called Optimus Prime. Like you see, you really realize like that was a symbol of they're no longer friends. Because before he became Prime, Megatron said death to all primes because they're nothing but false leaders. And then so when he got banished, he no longer called him he no longer called him Orion. He instantly called him Fine then Prime and left off. And instantly when I saw it, I'm like, that's the end of their friendship right there. I'm like, and there you go.
That's actually really sad.
I was like, and there you go.
Did you give yours?
What?
Yeah, he said 8 out
I
of
already
10.
did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
No, so go ahead and shit on it. No,
fuck
no.
Megatron.
Go ahead.
Hold on, real quick. If we're pointing out things that happened, the thing that I liked, I don't know if anybody noticed, but Megatron's eyes when they
They
became
were getting
red,
red.
They got red.
They were getting redder.
Bro, he
Okay,
looked
he
like he looked like Madara when he had the Sharingan. When he would move and then bitches would linger, and that shit was sweet.
That's why
that was like
I was liking that
banger.
because they was going back and forth. Because his final, the final point when he finally became Megatron is when he let Optimus go. He told him he was done saving him. That's
Bro,
when his eyes,
that's my
when his
favorite
eyes
part.
finally
That
switched
shit
to red, like
hurt.
finally
That
stuck
shit
on red.
Well, before you get into your Megatron hate, bro, the animation, bro. I feel like this animation, that's one thing that I
Animation was really good, bro.
really did like about it. Like, it even could look like, it looked kind of like claymation, but like, animated just a
Here's
little bit more.
What
I
I
feel
took a
like-
note
yeah,
of
I
it
know what you-
is
Just with the mouths and everything.
it's kind of like
Kind of
up in the
careful.
air where like not necessarily a bad thing, but I can see it being a bad thing, at least in terms of past animated movies, especially Nickelodeon movies that become an animated show. Then they have to use lower quality animation. So I'm watching this, and when they're far away, it looks like the old school like Cartoon Network Transformer cartoon where they're all stylized and looking. I feel like when they get up close and you can see the details, I'm like, this looks beautiful, but I can see them making lower quality versions of this to like market.
I think if they go the same rate with like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah, that
so
would
because
be-
you
that
see,
would still
look
look
good.
they made it so they still kept like that comic book texture and they just lowered it down. So you still like I watched it and I'm like, bro, it's still kind of like watching a movie. It's just that you don't get
That's
that
a great way
3D
to put
feel,
it.
but
It's in
they
a-
just made it 2D.
It's in a sense that they suppress the file.
Yeah, they just
No,
suppress the
that's
file.
a
So
great way to
you,
put that is because an example I could think off the top of my head would be the Barnyard movies, like when
Yep.
they made Back at the Barnyard. I actually love that show. It's still funny. It's fucking
No, that
great.
shit's
But they
hilarious.
used the same like engine, the same animation style, everything, but
With
then
lower-
lower budget.
Yep.
So it's very noticeable. But with
Yeah.
TMNT, like it's a whole different animated style, but you can still tell
can
it's the
still
same,
tell,
just
yeah.
lower budget. But if you use the same engine and tone it down, it's very noticeable.
And same heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually very
That's
important.
very, very
I know
important.
it sounds cheesy for me to say right now, but that's very important.
Wait, what did he say?
same heart.
Same heart. You gotta have the same heart as the movie.
Yes,
you
that's
can't
true.
just be dumbed down the show, not only in quality but also quality.
That's true.
They had no product.
I think also another thing is that they had. I think if I'm correct, they're still using the kids for the same voice actors. So I think they made it so it was easy for them to go. Because if you notice, now Master Splinter is speaking Vermin because Jackie Chan's not on the show anymore. You know what I'm saying? So they, instead of just giving him a new voice, they just decided to make him speak Vermin because he got that girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I think what it is like when you get these shows that come from movies, you get a lot of big names and the big names don't sign on to do the show. So then you got a lot of these voice actors that now it don't sound the same. You don't get the same emotion. And then on top of that, maybe it's a different producer. It's not the same producer. So maybe somebody picked it up. You know what I'm saying? So like Nickelodeon picked it up, Cartoon Network picked it up, but it's a different producer.
That is why I liked the What Ifs when they used the same voice actors,
Yep.
even when they were bad. Like whoever plays Bucky Barnes, he's a bad voice
Sebastian.
actor. Not at all good voice actor. Yeah,
Terrible.
Sebastian, terrible voice actor. But I'm so glad they used him. That's who I want because that's the version they
You know what
got.
I'm saying? It links in.
But
It
in
helps you.
in a different example would be the Spider-Man though, because
Legally.
it was different and he sounded. I thought it was
Yeah.
Tom Holland,
But
for a minute.
legally they can't use Tom Holland
Yeah.
that's true.
due to the
Yep.
contract.
That's very true.
He
Well,
is-
before we get off on that,
Oh, yeah, let's go to
Marvel,
Transformers.
because we talk about them a lot. So, Persia, bro, why don't you like Megatron?
Fuck
man?
that
Well, I
nigga.
love. Wait, hold on, time. I love how you asked this question.
so-
He's not even looking at you.
I'm looking at the camera.
Look to the other side. He like
looking
did an
at
alley
myself.
oop question. He was like, "Yeah, so, bro, why you don't like?" I swear he's not the ass shit. He asked you.
But yeah, I want to know why you don't like Megatron, bro.
Because he a bitch, bro. Look,
Mm.
okay, look.
Go ahead.
And I'm not saying what he did was totally wrong.
Okay.
Because I do think that Sentinel had to die. Like,
Yeah, he had to go.
like
Definitely had to die.
Look, that's the thing that annoys me about superheroes, because sometimes niggas need to die.
Yeah,
You know
but
what? I ain't gonna lie. I
You
think
gotta
Signal.
go
I,
for
st- I think Signal should have had a much brutal death than what he got. I wasn't satisfied with that. I was in no way. First of all, he ripped him in half off screen. You only saw him ending the rip him in half. You saw him lift him up, and then you got to see Optimus become a prime.
But they want to
And then
traumatize all
I
the
was about to
kids.
say, I think they were going
That was
for,
not a
like, there's
satisfying-
limit to how much we could show kids.
I mean, yeah, but I personally would have liked it if he would have ripped the card out of his chest while he was alive.
That's some Scorpion.
That's what I
That's
personally
hardcore.
thought that's what he was gonna do. That's what I was going for. When he did it, I knew he was gonna take it. And I was like, all right, now when he ripped them in half and then Optimus was getting it, I was like, once Optimus was getting the leadership matrix, I was like, oh yeah, he about to take his card and he about to get bigger. Because I was wondering, I'm like, because I was looking once they got their cards, I was noticeable like Megatron wasn't as big and Optimus wasn't as big, and he was missing like you kind of see he was missing like armor. And then on top of that, another thing got pointed out to me that I noticed was like B had a battle mask, and so that whole time I was fighting, and he told Optimus that I'm like, why the fuck Optimus ain't put his battle mask on yet?
Yeah.
And then he got his powers. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I was really hoping that he ripped that card out of his chest while he was alive.
Look, bro. All right.
Oh, and every time, and also every time that he had him in his sights, I was Smokey from Friday. Shoot him. Every time he had him in his sights, I'm like, shoot him.
Look,
He was crawling. I'm like, shoot his leg off. I was like, just shoot his leg off. He ain't gonna be able to walk. Cause he was like crawling, and then Optimus got in the way because he was about to shoot him. He had his arm was messed
That's
up.
my favorite part.
I'm like, bro, shoot him in the leg. I'm like, bro, shoot him in the leg. He can't run if you shoot him in the leg. Megatron.
it wouldn't work, bro. Look, this is why I don't like Megatron. And maybe it's I don't know if maybe it's a writing thing, or maybe it was like how, like the length, like maybe they could have did it better, because as I was thinking about it, I'm thinking like there are similar situations, and I'll touch on them.
Mhm.
Like there are similar situations where it came across better. The main reason why I don't like this nigga is because your whole villain arc started from you being a dick sucker and getting disappointed. Like one nigga.
Wait.
Not
Okay,
like,
so look, I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you why that's invalid though. I'm gonna tell you why that's invalid, because he technically would. So the thing about it was, everybody looked up to the primes. So it wasn't, and the thing about it is, that wasn't even his favorite prime.
it wasn't.
His favorite prime
yeah.
got killed. So he was still holding on to what the primes was and the belief. So the thing about it was, it wasn't that he got disappointed in his hero. It was the fact that everything that I was thought to believe from came from what was represented. It wasn't even the fact that it was Signal. It was the fact that it was a prime.
But
And he
what
couldn't-
was represent? But that's the problem. Sentinel wasn't a real prime.
But we believe
and
so.
He wasn't a real
I did believe
prime.
that.
And bro,
Right.
that's like saying like okay, there's been 50 presidents.
But look,
The 49th president killed the other 48 ones. Now I hate every president that ever existed.
I'm gonna tell you.
Every other president, every other president
But
that
look,
existed.
numbers.
That's not like a
But
battle royale.
how could you know how did they know he wasn't a prime?
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not
You know what I'm
blaming
saying?
that. I'm saying that his logic is like the logic went completely out the window. Like not on okay, so you're not just mad at this nigga that did it or in his gang. You're not just mad at them. Fuck everybody because of this
but look,
one nigga.
It wasn't even. But I'm gonna say this though.
That's
But
what
I'm
he's
gonna say this. No, this
is
is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So Megatron looked at it like this. So we couldn't. So the one thing about it is like one of the things I want to say is that his speech, no more false leaders, because honestly, the only way that you could know that somebody was a prime was going off their name. The only person that was able to hold, it was only one person that was able to hold the leadership of the matrix of leadership. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else was technically only a prime by title. Even then, like Megatron, the one who, what was the I gotta remember, what was the name of the prime that Megatron idolized? Megatronius, he was just bigger. You know what I'm saying? One thing, all of them had different shapes and sizes, and he was the biggest one that they said. So even then, the one who had the leadership of Matrix wasn't even the biggest. He was just a prime. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was really a prime.
He was just the truest, genuine.
Yeah, he was the truest, genuine one because he had the truest heart, which is why Optimus got the Matrix of leadership.
Yeah.
So the thing about it was that it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary like he wasn't a real prime. It was like the primes were to blame. Because think about it. What did Sentinel tell them as why did he did it? He sat down and literally watched the primes lose half the time, and then the other half give bullshit ass speeches about hope to a war that we were losing. So he decided to betray him. So in Megatron's mind, all the primes failed. Because one, he was right. We were losing the war. If y'all were as great as y'all claimed to be, and we were supposed to put our faith into you as much as we were supposed to, then Signal would have never felt the need to betray y'all because y'all would have won the war. And then we would never believe Sentinel off the fact of him saying he was a prime, because Sentinel only was able to say he was a prime because he was the last one to see him alive.
But that's flawed logic in and of itself.
But that's
because,
society, bro.
Like you mad at these? Like so even
That's America.
So let's take
Oh,
that.
well,
Let's take that. Let's take that. Right? Okay. He lost faith in all the primes because the prime was losing half the time. This nigga got his ass beat by the same nigga 3 times, but before he beat him. That was like you got a.
But that, you got to think about that. He was at a disadvantage most of the time.
He was.
And
but
he just got his
but
call.
Like that, but that's the same thing as anything. Like these niggas was at a disadvantage. Like bro, all I'm saying, bro, is this nigga's logic was flawed. And when you consider it, like, and maybe it's a timing thing. So maybe they rushed it and like didn't show enough of his disappointment or like what? Because it was like a switch, bro. It was like this nigga was slobbing this nigga up.
He was dicking.
And then, he was dicking.
He found out he was a slave all his life,
bro. But then, like, bro,
like,
you
y'all,
went
I
from-
mean, I think we are taking it as into a point of like they had free will. They didn't have free will. You have to think about it. You have to think about it, bro. We were looking at a class society. They were minors. They had no respect. They couldn't even participate in one of the biggest events on their planet because they didn't have the means to, because Signal took that option away from them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not just that, but it's like you made me a slave, bro. Like literally, and then the thing about it, to make matters worse, it's not like Megatron was tweaking. Did nobody listen to what Sentinel was saying the whole time when he got
Sentinel
cut?
had to go.
History is what I make it because I say so.
That is some American shit.
You brand me. Then you brand me.
That Brandon thing was.
But look.
Oh, you like his face so much. Why don't you wear it? Then Optimus was like, "Bro, what did he deal with? Oh, Megatron. Don't worry about it.
Getting bullied.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Americans have done worse over both.
Hey,
Okay, but look. This is the nigga though. This is the nigga.
Megatron game. I respect that whole movie.
Damn.
When he got up and he was like, "Bro, what happened?" He's like, "Don't even worry about it, bro. I'm gonna handle that."
I feel it.
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna handle that."
I feel that. But look, what I'm saying is like nothing that happened justified turning on the people that you were with for no reason. Like just
So look,
like okay, yeah, Toonz hit me. Fuck you, Matt.
no, but look, bro, wait. I'm gonna tell you why why Megatron did what he did. Because the whole time, everybody swore he was tripping until shit really looked hopeless. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when he was gone, when he stormed off with the High Council, and it was just Shorty and Optimus, what did Optimus say when he sat down there? D was right. He literally had to have Shorty, who literally looked him in the face and said, "I'm better than you in every way. But the only thing you're better than me is having hope." Yes, this is a hopeless system. Yes, D was right. And yes, we were probably fighting a hopeless battle. But out of all that, you keep hope. D was right, bro. He literally said it. Like D was like, "Bro, y'all literally sitting there. Y'all the only reason that y'all really want me not to kill." And that was another thing. You don't want me to kill him? Even Alpha Tron was like, y'all had to look at when you go look at the movie, watch the movie again, and look at Alpha Tron's face, and look at how much interest he has once he start hitting Megatron talking about wanting to kill Sentinel, because he knew he couldn't do it himself. He was too old and he was too weak. So he was like, because he was listening. Like one of the things that really caught his eye was like they couldn't transform, but what really got him listening at first was the hate that Megatron had for Sentinel once he found out the truth. Everybody else was so passive about it, and he really felt like, all right, yeah, this nigga really gonna ride for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah, bro, I'm gonna give y'all the means to go ahead and go handle that. Because even then, when he got caught, what did he tell Sentinel? They're gonna be your undoing. He didn't tell him he was gonna survive. He didn't tell him that he was gonna be put in prison. Alpha wanted him dead.
I feel like also shows the big contrast between both Optimus and Megatron, is that their entire thing, even like probably from Alpha's point of view, is like a in this bystander, where Megatron has good intentions. Optimus has good intentions. Megatron will make that more aggressive play, while Optimus will make the really, really back off play. Now, if you watch any kind of big political kind of story like Game of Thrones, the people who are all good, who are like, yes, this is a guy that I would genuinely ride for, they get fucked over. They get they shit, like they're like, nope, let's not kill this guy because we're not like that. That guy turns around, kills your entire family, right?
Not to mention, also,
like,
on top of that, not to mention another reason why I feel Megatron turned on everybody is because everybody was cool when Megatron was just a muscle. One thing I would say, we had to see it was a deeper meaning from when he dropped Optimus and told him he was done saving him. Because that whole time, Optimus got them into every situation that they got into. Every piece of trouble, that whole movie was Optimus' idea. and D had to save them because he was bigger and stronger than Optimus. Even when he was getting chased by Darkwing, who saved him in the beginning of the movie?
But that's a
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
there's
now-
balance to that.
No, because see, Optimus to a point was happy. And Megatron thought, okay, so now that I'm thinking for myself, because think about it, when Megatron decided to say, all right, bet I'm gonna take the map and I'm gonna track him. Optimus was like, well, you kind of moving, I got it, bro. That's what he had. He had to tell him, I got it, because this whole time you've been asking me to have it. But now, because I'm deciding to take charge and I'm thinking to myself and my ideas are different for yours, and I'm actually voicing my opinion, because the whole thing, D was getting fed up with Optimus that whole time. And what you would see was Optimus do some stupid shit, D would save him, and then D would forgive him, and then not really stand up for himself. Because this my best friend, it's just us two in here, you know what I'm saying? But now we finding all this shit out. It's obvious that something has to be done. And I'm making the decision that honestly everybody else around me wants. If you think about it, the only people that really like, let's if we take account of what happened, everybody that already had that wasn't a minor was on Megatron's side. The only people that were on Optimus' side was the minors, and that was only because they knew Optimus. Like you even heard Jazz like, Optimus, is that you? Yeah, this is a big change, ain't it? Yeah, it's crazy what we can be.
But them other niggas was already on. They already didn't like Sentinel,
Right?
So
Because he was a bitch.
They were already Decepticons, like basically.
I mean, yeah.
Like, so
They had to learn the way that
but
Megatron
that's
So-
that's the
about
thing.
the
They
high
didn't have they knew, and that's another
But
thing.
that nigga
they
doesn't
didn't have to
any-
see hope. They
but-
didn't have to have that blindness to like.
But
oh,
that's
we have to
because they
have a
already
good-
have hate. Like
Right.
but that's what I'm
They
saying.
were realists though, bro.
There was nothing. What is your goal? Like, bro, this nigga
He
killed.
wanted to rebuild.
Within seconds of killing this nigga, they started killing all the civilians.
Right.
Well, like the
That's
civilians.
aggressive.
That was so that was
The
aggressive.
civilian.
Some eggs got to break to make an
ago.
omelet.
You were just
I will
a
say,
civilian,
I will say he started tweaking. But I will say he started tweaking. But what I will say is this. Another reason he said was like, I have to destroy everybody who follows him. Because honestly, bro,
He
and
was
I'm
a dictator.
bro, look, bro. Look, bro.
One thing about Megatron that I will say is I feel like he's also like an example of somebody that is a product of their environment.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
He the monster that they
so
made.
a part is the scene that right when they discovered everything in
And
Alpha, his first reaction, Megatron's first
Hold on.
reaction.
You
is-
should have just stayed in the cave.
After you finish,
Stay
I'm
in
gonna
the
also
field.
tell you why. I'm gonna also actually tell you why he wanted to kill everybody. Because I don't think he wanted to kill the miners. I think he just wanted to kill the Transformers. Because honestly, bro, there's no way in hell. Because all the miners were newborns. So that means Darkwing. Everybody that was in that race knew that Sentinel took them calls from them, bro. So that means that everybody that followed Sentinel that was in that city were willing participants, not in knowing that he was giving their energon away, but willing participants in making these slaves. Because look at how Darkwing treating them.
Yeah.
Darkwing treating them like shit. You think that's
Darkwing
not?
dumb.
You think that's
I
not?
hated
That wasn't.
Darkwing
You think that wasn't a
Dumb.
standard? Then think about what they found B. B literally told him, "Yeah, I sleep here. We not allowed to go up there."
Sleep on a conveyor belt.
But also,
I
I
like
mean,
Megatron,
I
like
would've
imagined-
he was being low
I'm
key
killing-
about all that kind of
I'm
stuff.
killing
It's like-
everybody. Everybody has to die.
look,
Everybody gotta die. You gotta die. You
okay,
gotta
listen,
die.
listen. Okay,
Go to your point, then we can go on to the next topic.
Hold on, I want to get a point in too.
this
I'm
is
sorry.
No, you
After
go.
the next point.
this is why I said like
They should have made the movie longer. They probably should have made
I
like a
think-
2-hour movie.
Look. So this is why I said that, because like the switch was so fucking instantaneous that I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, so it made it.
I think I'm used to
unlikable.
animated
but
movies.
that-
But like, so compared
I'm gonna jump
so
in on this in a
compared to
second.
like so examples of the same thing, the
Mhm.
same dynamic would be Madara and what's the first Hokage. Madara and the
Well,
first Hokage were like that.
Yeah.
Gojo and fucking what's the
Ghetto.
other dude?
Ghetto.
Ghetto were like
call him
that.
Ghetto.
Like, and they were and but and I mean maybe it's just because it was a show, but like you kind of got to see like these niggas were on the same team, and then eventually they were like, bro, one of them was like, I'm sick of this shit. They were like,
I think that's why I'm going to get on my point, because I think everyone has a breaking point and everybody reaches it at a different point, and everybody handles things differently because they all got the news at the same time about Prime Sentinel, Sentinel Prime, Gold Bitch.
He was like,
and everyone did handle it differently, where Optimus was like, well, then we just got to overthrow him and take it the political route. Where then Megatron was like, no, we have to kill him.
Hashtag Megatron was right.
But he's wronged us. Hold on. Because the most important person and how they handled it is B. And he didn't fucking care. He just wanted to hang out with his friends. And I think it's the most important.
And you know why B wanted to hang out with his friends? Because Sentinel forced him to be a slave at a garbage heap.
Bro, go back to
Blades
sleep.
friends.
What's so fucking funny about that is when they were like, all right, how do we get out of here? And I was like, oh, it's this way. You could have gotten out this entire time. You're just there. You're just there.
He had Steve there.
He had Steve and Andy.
Yeah, Steve and Annie in them until Optimus killed
The
them.
thing about the Megatron thing is exactly what you're saying, where
Oh, wait.
it's like that breaking point.
Oh, one thing I have to also I want to shout out Key for doing that AA Ryan motherfucking call out when he called that nigga AA Tron.
Yeah.
I busted out laughing with my kids in the movie, bro.
See that shit.
Yes,
No, you've seen it.
The junkie literally before he introduced Steve, he's like, this is AA Ron. He's like, this is AA Tron, and this is Steve. Bro, I started busting out laughing.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of want to
I
see
thought
it
I was the only one
again.
who noticed
No,
that.
yeah, bro,
You should have shouted
I started
I
busting
didn't
out
want
laughing,
to say
bro.
nothing, but I was like, I leaned over and I was
because
like,
of the white kids in front of us.
well, my girl never seen Key and Peele, but I was like, Key and Peele.
I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, dog. I'm like,
Bro.
that's the best. I'm like, bro, that's probably the best way you could have did
My
that.
thing is right when he was like, oh yeah, now we know what to do, or no, we know the truth. He was like, fuck it, we shouldn't been this. We should just be back home. We shouldn't have been into this. But then once he got now he has the power. Now he has the ability to make a difference. He's going to be extreme. It's kind of like I see it as like somebody who's just done with life and is like, this society fucking sucks.
Another
done
thing
with America. I'm just gonna live and just do my own.
We got to
thing.
remember.
But if I had the power to, I would.
We also got to remember, like,
shit.
he followed the rules to a T. Like that was one thing he always. That's one thing he always. But that was he was. But no, bro, he was a good season, bro.
You just say he's a dick sucker.
Bro, I can't say that. I can't.
Okay,
I can't. Just bro, that's like finding out, bro. That's like finding out Kobe was a fraud, bro.
Don't do that. Wait.
I'm
No.
not even that, bro. Not even that, bro. Like not even that, bro. But it's like this, bro. He was a regular. He lived in society, bro. That's like me. That's like you finding out every day, bro. That's literally like you just waking up every day doing what you think you're supposed to go to eat. It was like he was
And then
doing
you
nothing.
found out
extreme.
Drake got a Ghost Rider.
This was literally his life, bro. He literally thought this was how life was supposed to be.
Because he had
He
no
thought
power.
he was supposed to. He thought because he wasn't doing anything nobody else was doing. He was worshiping.
He was chastising people.
He
for
was
not
worshiping.
following
He
the
was worshiping the Prime.
I
Everybody.
understand
did.
his
But
anger.
look,
You know what I'm saying?
so much
Everybody.
so, but-
Everybody worshiped the
But
Prime.
that's what. But not everybody.
What
Because
do you-
but look.
B.
I think they all thought highly of them.
Bro,
He
everybody had a
worshipped-
favorite
No. Because he did not
Optimus had a favorite Prime.
Optimus specifically motivated him by telling him, "Oh, just imagine how Sentinel's gonna feel when
in all fairness,
he
yeah.
was manipulating him."
Okay,
using
okay,
that me.
okay. Wait. But hold on. Optimus wanted to do that too. Optimus. It was Optimus.
No, hold on. I'll defend it.
Whose idea was Optimus? Literally said, I mean, we could give this to Sentinel, or we could just go do it ourselves. And D said, no, bro, I don't think we should do that. Then you had to convince D, like, what do you think Sentinel would say? I mean, I'm just saying, bro, what do you think Sentinel would say?
He was
Like,
manipulating him.
they all were fanboys. It's not like
wasn't a fanboy of Sentinel. Optimus's whole thing was just getting the Life Matrix bullshit so that they could have free-falling energon so they didn't have to dig holes all day. Optimus Prime,
His motivation
at the
was
end of the
that.
day, Optimus Prime was a lazy motherfucker who wanted a day off from work.
Sounds like Thor.
That's me. He was me. I will say that he didn't give, and if you ask me, Optimus didn't give a fuck about the Primes.
I don't think he
that
did.
man just didn't want to go to work And I think that's it because he literally was like, "Hey, if there's
Bro,
free fall and Energon,
Optimus had
our
y'all
jobs are
got
done."
Optimus had a favorite in the beginning. They had a debate.
They did have a
They
debate.
had
but
Optimus had a
meanwhile,
favorite prime. Bro.
Optimus was like,
Yeah, but he didn't dick suck him.
It's just that his was dead. So
just
I
imagine
get. So
Sentinel.
yes.
Sentinel's gonna fuck you if you give him this orb.
But look, I think it was. So this is the thing. Optimus was dead. So I think it was more so like he technically didn't have. He didn't. So when people like when you have idols. And so, like, say one of them died, you know, a lot of people would cling like to the next best of kin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Optimus didn't do that, and I think it was because Optimus is younger than D. So I think D kind of like lived more on that. Like, I think he had a fresh sense of like losing the primes than Optimus did. Because if you see it, he met D in the mines. They didn't go there together. So D has more, and that's another reason why D felt so strongly about what was going on than Optimus, because D was older. So Optimus being younger, he technically had, I mean, like if you think about it, like they lived long, but we don't know how old Optimus and Megatron was when they found out the truth. We just know that this was going on for 50 years. So for all we know, Optimus, you gotta think about it, bro. If you 50 years old, nigga, and you been working in the mines. You gonna have a bone to pick with a nigga.
If I'm 50 years old and I'm working in a mine, I ain't having no meat. I'm gonna
have a bone to pick with a nigga.
You 50
when
years old, you working in the mines, you might die as soon as you go out.
Look, I'm 32. I got a bone to pick with people all the time.
Over smaller shit.
We
gonna get to it.
Over
like,
Chili's.
Exactly. Like if Nick had that cog,
You gonna
I
take my
think he
cog?
would do some.
You think I with the life cog?
What would Nick turn into?
I'm telling
He'll turn into the Astro van.
I'm telling you right now, bro. I honestly, bro, and honestly, I was team no Megatron. I thought Megatron was a bitch. I thought the nigga was
the opposite. I didn't think nothing of Megatron.
But bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.